Statements. I call the member for Baulkham Hills.
Might learn something out of a good MP, mate. Mr Speaker, my electorate of Baulkham Hills was awash with activity over the winter recess, such as the desire of local residents to show their spirit of community and charity. I was pleased to join the Castle Hill RSL sub-branch for their annual Veterans Lunch to acknowledge the service of veterans in defending our nation. My congratulations and thanks go to Colonel Don Tate, OAM, Mr Ron Smith, OAM and the entire team at Castle Hill RSL for their tireless dedication to our community and those veterans doing it tough. Castle Hill RSL is often mentioned as one of the RSL clubs in New South Wales closest to its sub-branch, and members and I am pleased to see that these close ties are only growing stronger as the sub-branch maintains its position as the heart and soul of the club. Whilst on the topic of returned servicemen, I was honoured to march in the 65th National Reserve Forces Day Parade as one of the soldiers who has served in this Parliament. As one of many soldiers who have served in this Parliament. Her Excellency the Governor was on hand to take the General Salute, the crowd demonstrating that she remains as popular a figure in our state as ever. My congratulations and thanks to Lieutenant Colonel John Moore, OAM, and the Honourable Tim Fisher, AC, for their efforts in staging this wonderful recognition of those who sacrificed their time to continue the legacy of our elderly veterans. As any reader of Ginger Meggs knows, many Australians are fans of billy cart racing, and I was taken aback to my own childhood days when I attended the Rouse Hill Billy Cart Derby with the member for Hawkesbury and the federal member for Mitchell. However, I must say that the design work on billy carts has come a long way since my own childhood, as has, thankfully, the steering and brakes. My thanks go to Men in Action, and especially their support director, Kerry Sheaves, for making this event possible. It would be remiss of me not to thank the Riverstone and Dural Men's Sheds for their enormously generous donation of 12 billy carts for the East Park competitors on the day. The Castle Hill Men's Shed has also held its Christmas in July lunch during the winter recess, and once again the craftsmen of our Men's Shed volunteers were on display in the wooden box which they presented with me. Men's Sheds play a vital role in our community as a support network for older men who want to stay connected with the community. I hope our Men's Shed volunteers know just how valued their efforts are. I was delighted that they used this event to show off the new awning which was completed last year, which was recently completed thanks to last year's community infrastructure grants. One of the great performances enjoyed across Western Sydney each year is the annual Cumberland Gang Show, and the 44th annual show lived up to the standards by its predecessors. The Cumberland Gang Show is an opportunity for our local scouts and guides groups to show their abilities in the performing arts as a complement to their outdoor survival skills. The Cumberland Gang Show is about believing in yourself, that you can achieve anything, that you can make a difference, and my congratulations to all those involved in a wonderful performance. Nicole and I were thrilled to be guests and mingle with young performers after a matinee performance last month. The Castle Hill Model Railway exhibition drew many rail enthusiasts from far and wide to see the latest in model train displays. I was encouraged to attend by a number of young people who showed me their displays and how they do appreciate the value of keeping your mind fresh and working on hobbies such as railways. The Where Is display was among the most popular, and many of the crowd were also mightily impressed with the Walla Wang and Binalong displays. Congratulations to the Hills Model Railway Society on their exhibit and the Australian focus of their displays. Finally, as the member for Baulkham Hills, following in the footsteps of my predecessor, Mr Wayne Merton AM, perhaps the most important event to attend to further his legacy is the attendance at the Rattle and Hum Car Show at the Castle Hill RSL. As always, the show raised much needed funds for one of the great causes in the Hills, the Taylorwood Special School, which caters for children with profound intellectual impairment. It was a revhead's paradise, with all manner of cars on display and plenty of fun and games to keep children entertained while dads relived their youth. In keeping with the local tradition, the biggest winner, of course, was Taylorwood, with plenty of money raised to help those who need it most. Mr Acting Speaker, the sense of togetherness in the Hills not only binds people together, but makes the Hills one of the great places to live. Far be it from me to butcher a classic movie, but the Hills are alive with the sound of community.
Thank you, Jim.
I thank the member for Baulkham Hills.
Mr.